Good morning and happy Tuesday. Your boy Hostel Yogi is coming at you from the beautiful and healing island of Koh Phangan, Thailand for a wake up and drop in 10-minute yin yoga session here on Zen Beach just for you. Please subscribe to my channel for brand new yin yoga sessions every single day that you can use to make your life better. Finding your way onto your mat in a seated position, let's spin the ancient philosophy book of the Tao Te Ching open to a page that speaks to us today. Tao Te Ching number 45. True perfection seems imperfect, yet it is perfectly itself. True fullness seems empty. True straightness seems crooked. True wisdom seems foolish. True art seems artless. The master allows things to happen. She shapes events as they come. She steps out of the way and lets the Tao speak for itself. We're going to start our practice with our feet in front of us, placing the soles together. This is a stretch for the inner thigh or the groin. The closer the feet are to the body, the more you'll feel it in the groin. The further the feet are away, you may get a bonus in your hamstring. Find what works for you, play with the foot position, and eventually fall forward. You let the neck hang heavy. Your entire back gets a nice rounded stretch. Fingertip walking our hands further away from the body. Let's come just a little bit deeper into this posture. Maybe a rock to the left, rock to the right, stretching out the back a little bit more and settle into stillness. Gently releasing the posture by walking our hands back up. We're going to slide our feet forward and come onto our backs. Just waking up the body this morning, getting ready for our day. Once you're on your back, you're going to bring your feet in the air, heels toward the sky. You may grab the front of your toes on the outside of your feet and gently pulling the feet down to the side. Opening up the groin. Also feel a little stretch in the hamstrings. Working into the hips. Maybe rock to the right a little bit. Rock to the left a little bit. While we're at the left, we raise the right leg, extending it fully, pulling into the back of the legs, stretching out the hamstrings and the calves. Rocking back to the right, stretch out the left hamstrings. And come back to neutral, we settle into some stillness. Gently releasing your legs, letting them come back to the ground. We find our way back up and onto our hands and knees. Your right knee will come to your right hand as your left leg goes long. You'll bring the right foot up close to the left hand. And we'll sink these hips down a little bit lower. Let's lean into the left a little, sinking the left hip down a little bit more, working into the hip flexors on the left side, the glutes and the IT band on the right side. Sink a little deeper. Let's look over that right shoulder, creating a little twist in the back. Coming back to neutral, let's sink that right hip down, working into the glutes, working into your butt a little bit more. Looking over the left shoulder. And sinking back to center. Can you look up, arching the spine just a little more, opening up the throat, making a nice stretch on your rectus abdominis or your abdominals, opening up the chest. Tuck the back toes on the left foot and use it to pull yourself forward onto your hands and knees. We send the right leg long. Left knee goes to the left hand. And we bring the left foot up close to the right hand. Wherever it feels comfortable, it's right. You should feel this all along the left side in the glutes or maybe the IT band, that outer thick band of tissue. You'll feel it on the right side in the right hip flexor. Let's sink that right hip down just a little more, increasing the stretch on the hip flexor, looking over the left shoulder, creating a little twist. And let's sink that left hip down now, working more into the glutes, the outer thigh, and look over the right shoulder. Coming back to neutral, let's sink both hips down, push the ground away from you, just a little bit of yang energy here in this yin posture, and let's look up, creating a nice arch in the back, a little back bend, opening up the throat, the chest, and stretching out your abdominal region. Can you sink in just a little bit deeper? Tucking the right toes, we're coming back to neutral and up onto our hands and knees. The final pose here, a little bit of yang energy in this pose. We're going to step the right foot forward, pad the left knee if you need to. Find your comfortable position of your left leg where you're balanced and you can settle in. We're going to come upright, place both hands on our right thigh, and we're going to sink forward a little bit, stretching really deep into the hip flexors on the left, the quads on the left. Maybe you feel a little hamstring on the right, and also a mild back bend. Let's sink just a little bit deeper now. Really opening up the hips on the left. Maybe a shift from right, shift from left. Can you sink just a little deeper for the final few breaths here? Placing your hands back on the ground, send your right leg back to meet the left. Bring the left foot forward. Putting your weight, distributing your weight between the right knee and the left foot, coming up onto the left thigh with both hands. Upright in the beginning, just to get acclimated. You'll feel this in your right hip flexor, in your right quad. Let's sink a little bit deeper. We're finishing our practice with a little bit of yang energy in a yin pose. This is yin because we're holding it longer. It's yang because there's a little muscular effort. And this is the perfect way to wake up. Maybe a sink to the right, twist to the left. Let's sink everything just a little bit deeper for the final few breaths here. And come back to neutral by releasing the posture and finding our way onto our butt. Or you may take a shavasana and pause the video do what you need to do. The Master allows things to happen. She shapes events as they come. She steps out of the way and lets the Tao speak for itself. I thank you for sharing your practice with me. I wish you a beautiful day. Please like the video, leave a comment, and most important, share this video with someone that you know that needs the healing gift of Yin Yoga today. Thank you. I love you all. Namaste.